Thank you.
Let's leave it in.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Great, so the only discrepancy left is the top of page 3. We get that in too.
Well, page 3, the definition that is the problem.
Which part?
Interpret, the definition, interpret habits shall be defined as any person who has been arrested. Now, how did they know that this person has been arrested 2, 3 times?
Or let's say for your establishment, 3 times because of incidents at your establishment. We can put grounds on it, because we don't expect you to be a mind reader, but you have to do what's right. If you have the same person coming in and they're committing crimes, you should report it.
As
And
determined by
then
your log.
you should have the residents in your store?
Yes.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I think we have agreement. Commissioners, is there any
It's
other?
about time. It's about time.
Or that is in their store, not this, ever arrested 3 times. But
Exactly.
And you
If
would
someone has
know-
been arrested somewhere in Northwest and comes to my kind of store.
Right.
And there you go, Mr. Calder, you're keeping an accurate log. You'll know who goes on.
Sure, definitely.
Right? Yes.
There you go.
Okay. So, what's the wording that we're changing? Intemperate habits being changed to what?
For any person that's been arrested inside your store or licensee store?
Inside or outside?
On perimeter,
That's right.
because the drug activity tends to be outside of the store.
That's right.
Up front.
I would say inside licensee store.
No, I think it's best to say on your property, because the issue we have on my own street is all of the drug activities in front of the stores, not within the property, but the owners are afraid of them, so they don't report it, so it needs to be on your premises.
But the references to alcohol.
Sir, we said
Somebody's
illegal
not-
activity. You're making it kind of difficult. It's
We're
sad that we
talking
have to
about-
go back and forth with you to protect the community. You should want to do these things.
I don't have any problem with that. What I'm saying
I
is.
can't get that from this conversation.
But what we're saying is, how do they know if the person has been arrested someplace else? That's
No,
it.
we've
In
already
your
solved
store
that.
or
It's
the
in
front of
your
your
store,
store.
but you're going
Or
to
the perimeter of your
report.
store.
It's in your store, but we're going to report if you see, if they're anywhere on your property line, you're going to report it.
Are we talking about
And
number
excuse me,
3?
sir, what she's trying to say, if somebody comes into your store and they do something, or if somebody's outside of your store, you need to report it. The police will know because they're gonna ask for that ID, okay? And when the police ask for that ID, when they run that ID, they will know if this person that did something right or wrong. That's the bottom line, but what she's trying to say is that you need to protect your store and your surroundings. That's what she's trying to say.
I just want to make sure what paragraph we're talking about. We're talking
So
about the
we're
end.
talking about the
35
top of
B.
page 3.
The bottom of page 2, the top of page
Section
3.
5B.
Right,
5B.
so if we're changing that intemperate habits to any person who has been arrested in store,
But we still won't enforce whatever we put up because he doesn't want to call the police. That's the issue.
No, he's calling the police, they don't agree to that.
No, but see, he's trying to get around doing what's right. So we can put up signs all we want. If he's not in agreement with doing it, it doesn't matter.
In your store or the perimeter of your store.
Yeah, I am completely in agreement.
There we go.
Yeah.
Your store. Super. Commissioners, is there any further discussion?
okay, can we go over that wording one more time? So I can-
In the store or the perimeter of the store.
The applicant shall not directly or indirectly sell or deliver alcohol to any intoxicated person, to any person who has been arrested in your store
Or the perimeter of the
or
store.
the perimeter. Okay. Is it going in there or we go on? And it says,
Those were the only 2 items that folks had to figure that out. I think that's that.
okay,
Commissioner, would you like to put a motion on the floor?
absolutely. I move to, support this settlement agreement with all the changes, that we just mentioned here.
Second. Any further discussion? All for the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously by a vote of 7-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, now we are moving to item number 13. I'm just saying, that's us for working together.
Yeah, we
Take
are.
it away. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move to item number 13. This is a series of presentations, and I'm gonna actually let Commissioner Lewis explain the plan.
Okay, so this is the Carmel School presentation. We requested 20 minutes with each presenter getting 4 minutes. We've been meeting we had the initial RFP meeting, and then we had follow-up meetings to that, and I can't remember the date exactly, but all 3 applicants presented within the community at a open forum where they did full-scale presentations. So now it's time for them to present briefly to you guys, and at the end of their presentation, I'm going to share the community's feedback and how we would like to rank our criteria that were given to us and ask for a vote for that. So I have the box with the lucky numbers for who gets the go first. No, you can't. You get to ask questions. I'm actually quite excited because tonight's meeting has a ton of Ivy City residents speaking. I'm really proud of that.
If you could just introduce, I'm sure you will.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tolerating as we put everything up. My name is Bill Jarvis, and I am part of the group that we named ourselves the Ivy City Partners. The development team is made up of Stonebridge Karras, and Jane Mahaffey is here from Stonebridge. Profish, Greg Caston, who is a 30-year businessman who has resided as a businessman in Ivy City, and Bill Jarvis of the Jarvis Company. And so thank you for letting us make a presentation to you. Let me tell you that we have, all of the applicants have the capabilities and the experience, and I'm not going to spend much time having only 4 minutes to go through the experience and the expertise that we have. I'd like to just focus more on the actual concept that we have and try to give you some, idea of why we think that ours is distinctive. So what we were trying to do is blend the priorities that the community and the Deputy Mayor's Office had indicated that they wanted. One of those priorities was we got to put the Carmel School back into its glory and get kind of a historic preservation of what it used to be. We wanted to have some job training and some workforce development. We wanted to make sure that there was a community experience here. We wanted to make sure that there was community-oriented retail, and we also wanted to make sure that there was some affordable housing. And that's a lot of priorities, and so we were trying to balance how we did that and still come up with a very workable program. I'm going to use the diagram right here to kind of walk you through what we were doing. The Carmel School would be completely and totally renovated in the process of what we, in our program. We did not make an absolute determination about what goes into the Carmel School. In our view, the title to the Carmel School stays with the District of Columbia, and we would sit down and work with the community to figure out what the community specifically wanted to be in there. Now, we can manage it, we have ideas, we have relationships, and we could do anything from daycare centers to job training programs to kitchen facilities that can move into the restaurants. Mr. Caston is a very successful restaurateur, in fact owns the Ivy City Smokehouse that is already in Ivy City. And so we made our determination of what to do by saying we're going to make a financial commitment to bring the Carmel School back and to have dollars available so that what goes into the Carmel School will have a little bit of seed money to be able to go forward. But we did not make the determination or the predetermination, at least in our view, as to what the community wanted. But the Cromell School will be completely available for community activity. Around the Cromell School is what we kind of call the grounds, and we have some flexibility there as well. Our vision was that some of them would be community gardens available for sitting and relaxing, but some of it would be a working farm. And a working farm meaning that it can create vegetables and other food items that would serve the restaurant here, the restaurants in Ivy City, maybe a restaurants around the city, but more importantly, in a very kind of, instead of the biblical statement of give a man a fish, it's teach a man how to fish. This is kind of what we were doing with the working farm, trying to establish some job training, future skills in what we were doing. We have the residential that is surrounding it, but I do need to focus on the commercial aspect because we were moving ProFish, again, a 30-year resident of Ivy City, into the facility. And
Below grade.
But the community did see these presentations in advance, so it's okay.
They're online.
And actually, commissioners were also invited because I know Dion Townley sent out the invite and we were here, so.
well, I'm sorry, I had lots more to say, but the bell,
And there will be time for discussion.
the ringer went off.
So all commissioners could have seen full proposals if they chose to.
They're also all available online. I read them before I came. They're good.
Number 2,
Do you want to just use our, do you want to use? Sorry if I have my back to you. Good evening, my name is Pam Askew. I'm with W.C. Smith, and I can introduce our team. It includes Stroiber and Associates, Empower DC, Community of Hope, Habitat for Humanity, Edward Mazik Child Development Center, and City First Enterprise. Real quick review of our proposal.